Let's be honest, when you think about darts, you probably picture perfect legs, non-stop 180s and big averages. But some of the strangest records in darts history have nothing to do with precision. They're about mistakes that dragged on forever, moments where nerves collapsed on live TV, and bizarre crowd incidents that no one could have planned for. In this video, we're breaking down 7 real records and the actual players behind them, all from major televised matches. These are the moments that prove darts isn't just about skill, it's about the chaos that sometimes takes over. And the first record shows us what happens when a leg refuses to end. When people talk about the worst leg ever on TV, one name always comes up. Anthony "Fleety" Fleet. In the 2010 BDO World Championship, Fleet faced Martin Adams, and in one leg he needed 27 darts. His average sank to 65.34, one of the lowest ever on a major stage. The leg started horribly: 26, 41, even a dropped dart. Everything that could go wrong did. Commentators were silent, the crowd groaned, any decent throw earned small bursts of applause, as if for relief. Adams finally edged it, but the leg was remembered less for the winner than how badly nerves failed. Then fast forward to 2018, Simon Whitlock versus Martin Schindler. Between them, they missed 22 darts at doubles in a single leg. Lights up, cameras rolling, and still the finish line kept slipping away. Both legs proved the same thing. Professional darts isn't always about polish. Sometimes it's about surviving the mental torture. Now get ready, next record flips this script entirely with a finish you would swear was impossible. One of darts' hardest finishes, the big fish, is the 170 checkout, treble 20, treble 20, bullseye. Miss once and it's gone. Landing it under the pressure of a major match, that's what makes it legendary. In the 2023 Premier League, you saw Van Gerwen, Chris Dobey and Johnny Clayton all pull off 170 checkouts in high-stake moments. Van Gerwen alone threw 7 maximum finishes across all PDC events that year. It takes more than aim, it takes composure. 2 perfect treble 20s, then 1 dart at the bull, under lights, with cameras, with every throw scrutinised. Even pro players feel it, a rush with every second treble landed. But here's a twist. There was a time when the ultimate checkout appeared on stage and it didn't count as a record, because even perfection sometimes runs up against rules, drama, or something unexpected. For many pros, the dream is a 9-darter, the perfect leg in 501. Everything lands, 2 treble 20s and a bullseye. Fail once, it's over. John Lowe made history back in October 1984 at the MFI World Match Play. His 9-dart finish versus Keith Deller was the first ever shown on TV. But there's a catch, it wasn't live, fans only saw it later in highlights. It took until the 3rd of February 2002 for the first televised 9-darter to happen. Sean Greatbatch delivered it in the final of the Dutch Open versus Steve Coote. The stage, the crowd, the tension, all there in real time. And then there's Paul Lim. His 1990 World Championship 9-darter wasn't the first to be shown on TV, but for many it felt like the breakthrough moment of perfection on the biggest stage. Phil Taylor? He took that benchmark and owned it. 11 televised 9-dart finishes, turning what was once almost myth into something fans came to expect. But even when perfection happens, not every record gets the glory. Later in this video, we'll cover moments where what should have been historic got lost in rules, controversy, or just bad broadcasting luck. Some records don't come from brilliance, they come from prolonged frustration. In the 2020 BDO Women's Championship Round 2, Corrie Hammond, Australia, versus Laura Turner, England, produced one of the longest women's televised legs, 43 darts to finish. Normally at this level, pros land trebles regularly. Here, missed doubles and scant scoring dragged the leg out into endurance territory. Each visit became less about setting up, more about whether the double would ever land. It built into something nobody could look away from. The commentary tried to stay composed. The crowd's reaction slipped between polite applause and disbelief. This record shows something vital. Momentum in darts isn't just built on high scores. It's preserved by composure under pressure, especially on the doubles. Ignore that, and even pros can find their legs slipping into unwanted history. And if 43 darts feels long, wait till you hear about a sequence that outlasted a full football match. Sometimes darts records don't come from brilliance, they come from endurance. In the 2020 BDO Women's World Championship, Corrie Hammond vs Laura Turner produced one of those legs, 43 darts to finish. That's not just slow scoring, it's missed doubles piling up, pressure building, every visit feeling heavier than the last. Trebles showed up, but when it came to the finish line, the doubles, the leg unravelled. Fast forward to 2024, Kevin Doets vs Noah Lynn van Leuven, a leg in the PDC World Championship dragged out for 33 darts before Doets finally closed it out on double one. Don't let the score tell you everything, this was a grind of missed finishes and mounting tension. Both legs show the same thing. Scoring power means nothing if you can't finish. That's one side of records, one many don't want their names on. Now, as painful as these marathons are, just wait until you hear about a record where all the stuff we expect, the wrong choice, the crowd, the stage, flips the script in a way no one saw coming. Crowd behaviour and odd distractions have long made darts matches as unpredictable as they are precise. One of the most bizarre moments came way back in 2001 during the BDO World Championship. In Hankey vs Greatbatch, a streaker ran across the stage, ploughing through the oche just as the third set was about to begin, silencing the crowd and forcing players to reset under live tension. Fast forward to 2018 and we got another curveball. Fartgate. During the Grand Slam of Darts, Wesley Harms accused Gary Anderson of breaking wind on stage. Neither would admit it, but the smell and drama captured headlines around the world. Even the rarest equipment failures can turn a match upside down, though I couldn't find solid verification for the 2024 Sota vs Gotthard dart snap yet, so that one stays in the maybe column. What these moments reveal: focus in darts can be fragile. Crowd, environment, or just bad luck, they all get in. For players, backing up gear, practicing through noise, and cultivating mental armor aren't sidelines, they're essentials. Next, we flip the script again. Imagine scoring big, hitting your targets, only to discover you were aiming at the wrong board. Not every bizarre record comes from missed doubles or crowd chaos. Sometimes it's the gear failing under the pressure. In his PDC World Championship debut, Kai Gotthard ran into exactly that problem against Alan Suter. During the first round, one of his darts snapped clean in two. The barrel gave way. Sources say he only brought one set of darts on stage and didn't have spare barrels or flights. The match was briefly paused. Gotthard left the stage to fetch a replacement set, while the crowd and commentators absorbed the oddity. After the reset, he steadied himself and eventually won the match 3-1. These moments are more than just awkward pauses. They show how much rhythm and mental flow matter. Even the best setup fails sometimes. What matters more is how a player recovers. So, keep backups, test your darts, practice under weird conditions, because a match isn't over just because something breaks. Next up, a record you'll barely believe, not about failure but about high scoring that turned out to be wrong. What these stories show is that the game's biggest stage isn't just about flawless finishes, it's also about how players handle everything when things go wrong. Records aren't only written in perfect averages, they come from mistakes, nerves and recoveries that are just as much a part of the sport. If there's anything to take away, it's this: practice doubles under pressure. Always carry backup equipment and learn how to reset after a bad leg. Those small habits turn disasters into survivable moments. So, here's a question for you. What's the worst pro-level darts moment you've ever seen? Or which of these records surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your take.